Hey there, Niranjan here, and I just wanted to thank you for the overwhelming support that you've shown for the new YouTube channel I've created, and that has got me pumped up. That has got me so excited because I never expected to be getting this kind of a response, and now that I'm seeing it, I'm just loving it. So thank you so much. All right, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe because today I'm going to share with you something that is straight from my own workflow in my business. All right, and today this is something going to be very important for you because I'm going to show you how I use a given graphics pack in multiple ways so that I can get the maximum ROI out of it, or at least I give myself a better chance to succeed with that particular graphics pack. All right, now as you can understand, when we talk about graphics, when we talk about resources that either we are buying or we are creating, there is so much investment that we are putting into it, and it's absolutely essential for us to give ourselves that ability so that we can make use of it in every possible manner to basically get a possible positive ROI out of it, right? So in this particular video, I'm going to show you very quickly 4 different ways in which you can repurpose the graphics pack that you buy from various sources, from various providers, from various artists, and things like that, right? So the idea is to repurpose the content in a way that it kind of helps you, enables you to create more books quicker, of great quality. And because these are all images that you probably have bought that have a restricted license or something like that, that basically means, like, if you can utilize them in a manner that nobody else is using, then you stand a very good chance of being on the marketplace with a difference. Okay, so this is a very powerful concept, guys, so please do not ignore it. Okay, a little bit of effort from your end, a little bit of planning into getting your books done the right way can actually help you stand out in the market and sell a lot of books. All right, so let's get started. So the topic for today is how to use your kids graphics content for maximum ROI. Okay, now why am I talking about the kids graphics? Because this is something that I'm heavily invested in. All right, this is a niche that I operate in big time when it comes to my KDP business. And of course, as you might know, I produce content for you as well that you can use in your own business. All right, so let me quickly give you an example. So the way we are going to do it is I just put together a very quick and dirty PowerPoint presentation for you. I'm going to take you through one slide at a time, and I'm going to go back to Amazon. I'll be shuffling between screens and I'll take you to Amazon, show you a couple of examples of what that particular book looks like. Some of them, they'll be very obvious, and I tell you, there could be at least one such niche or sub niche in this category that will make you think, really? That's how easy it is? Why haven't I been doing it? Right? So stay tuned for that because I'm sure you are going to love this video. So watch this video in its entirety and implement it. Okay, if you're watching this video, chances are, like, you know the importance of producing consistent content on KDP platform and kind of just getting your books out there. You already know that. I don't have to convince you about it, right? So let's get started. How to use your KDP graphics content for maximum ROI, the exact no fluff approach I use in my own KDP business, right? I don't really talk about this a lot. I don't have a product that talks about it a lot, but I have been asked a number of things, and I might have spoken about this to some of you in private, like, via Facebook Messenger chat and stuff like that. But this is the very first time that I'm presenting this in this organized manner in this particular video on YouTube. So let's get started. What is the first thing? This is obvious, isn't it? Coloring books. When you buy graphics, you can easily create coloring books using it. Now, for the sake of my audience who may be people that are completely new to KDP, let me quickly go over to Amazon and show you some examples of what a typical coloring book looks like. Okay, so let me open this up and let me open this up so that I can give you an example of what a coloring book looks like. Okay, so As you can see here, right, there's this artwork in one page, and like the other side of the page would be blank because it would allow the color seepage and other such things. So essentially it's the image that you buy, or the images that you buy, you combine one or more images and then you create an image of your own. Like I always advise my people that it's a great idea to add your own element into it, right? Just do some minor changes to make it look unique, to make it look beautiful, all right? And that uniqueness is what is going to make you stand apart in the crowd that we have on Amazon when it comes to coloring books, all right? So that was just an example. Let's look at this. Right, so this is an independently published book. As you can see, we've got the look inside feature here. Let me quickly open this up for you so that you can see what it is all about. All right, so it's basically plain and simple coloring books that you can, that the kid can color. Okay, so you have got an idea about that. So now let us go back to the presentation and see what is the next way or strategy of using these graphics packs. How can you use them in a different way other than coloring books? Okay, dot to dot books. Okay, now if you have bought any of my content packs, graphics pack in the past, then you know that when it comes to the graphics I create a dot to dot books, dot to dot images for you, because I know how big this niche is and I know how much time it will save you if you have access to this done for you content, right? So let me show you a few examples of dot to dot books. Okay, so here we go. So this is an example of a dot to dot book. It's essentially a series of dots numbered that the kid is supposed to join from one place to another in a sequential manner, and then the entire image will be formed. Okay, so let's open up one book to understand what exactly it is, right? So let me open this page. Let me see if it gives me an idea of what it would look like. Okay, so as you can see, here's an owl, here's a monkey, here's a snowman, I believe, and this is a duck, right? And all these numbers, right? All these numbers, as you can see, the kid is supposed to connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and likewise. Okay, and once that is done, these books can actually double up as coloring books as well, because once they have connected the outline, you've got a complete image available that can be used for coloring purposes as well. So this is another way of using the graphics that you create, right? Now you might be wondering, Ranjan, how am I going to convert the graphics that have solid lines into content that has got these dot to dot elements? Now you can do that in a number of ways, right? Be it PowerPoint, be it Illustrator, be it Photoshop, or any other graphical program that you use. There has to be a way of doing it. If you ask me, in our business, we use Adobe Illustrator a lot. And that kind of helps us because it's a professional suite of applications that we use, and Adobe just comes along with it, and we have the expertise for that. So if you need further information on that, we can always have another video about it. Just let me know in the comments below so that I can try and create some content for you, showing you exactly step by step how I do it in my business. All right. So for the scope of this video, we will limit ourselves to the idea of what is possible rather than getting into the process of doing that or achieving that. Okay. So what is the third strategy or third way of utilizing the content that you get from stock sites or from your graphic designer, right? Color by numbers books. Okay. Now, a little change to your graphics can give you a completely new set of books that are in pretty humongous demand when it comes to Amazon. So let me show you this, right? Do you see this? This is a very overly complicated design actually. So let me not go there, right? Let me open this book up so that you can get an idea. Listen, I'm showing these books not to tell you that this is what you have to do. The purpose of creating this video for you is to help you explore the horizon on what the possibilities are, right? And if the only takeaway for you from this particular video is a keyword that enables you to do your own research and come up with some ideas, then I would believe that the purpose of this video is solved. Okay, so treat this as more of an eye-opener that kind of leads you into an area that you have not seen before or explored before. Okay, so this is what we call a color by number book. So essentially what you're doing is, imagine you've got this graphics, right? What you have to do is divide those into various sections and then color those sections based on numbers. So below the page you would have a color coded system. So for example, let's say for 7 it's light gray. So wherever there is 7 written, the kid is supposed to put light gray colors on that. Wherever there's 1 written, the kid is supposed to do a light blue color over there. So here what we are doing is we're teaching the kid to understand the numbers, understand the colors, and of course have fun while doing it. So this is a very good way of utilizing your content. In fact, you can achieve this without spending a ton of time once you have a little bit of expertise in any of these professional graphic creation suits. Okay, so now that this is done, let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation file and see what is the last strategy or the method that you can use to create additional books and present them on KDP for people to buy. And this one, trust me, will be a new thing for many of my followers, many of my subscribers. Okay, so if this is a new thing for you, please do let me know about it in the comments, and let me know if this helps you with a ton of ideas on what you can achieve with all that content that you've bought from me and from other people that you follow. Okay, so let's get started on this. Do-a-dot-books. You might be wondering, what exactly do you mean by do-a-dot-books book, Niranjan? All right, so let me give you an example and let me show you how simple it is really to create this kind of books. Okay, so are you ready for it? Here we go. What do you think of this? Let me open this up. Okay, let me open this book. Let me open this one. All right, let me open here, this book. Okay, so now if you look inside this, you'll see that these are all ABCD alphabets, right? And then there are these circles, right? So the way these activity book work is basically you've got this dot markers, okay, and the kid is supposed to take the dot marker and basically put the color inside of these circles. Okay, now this is for very young kids when they're just starting out and they cannot hold a pen and they cannot write, right? That's the point in time when they work with these bingo markers or dot markers, and these are the things that you can work with them. Just imagine, just think how simple this is. Okay, now there is no reason why you would limit yourself to this. Okay, there is absolutely no reason why you would limit yourself to this. You could take any image with a blank screen in between, take one image with just an outline and then inside it put these circles. Okay, you can do this in PowerPoint, you can do this in Illustrator, you can do this in Photoshop. Think about any graphic editor that you're comfortable with. Okay, this is something that you can achieve with any of them, and I have not seen a lot of influencers in the KDP space talk about this, and this is something I must tell you that I am leveraging on big time. And I would love you to basically take advantage of the findings that you have seen in this particular video. All right, so that's all for this video. I really am excited about this new journey I have started, and having you on board is amazing. All right, so please like and subscribe to this channel. Click on the bell icon so that you get notification about the new videos that come up, and do not forget to let me know in the comments what you feel about this video and what would you like to see next. All right, thank you so much for taking time out. I really appreciate it. Bye.